finally made it to Colorado. Wonderhussy here. I've been traveling for 2 weeks now on my way to Colorado, but it took me 13 days just to get through Utah because Utah was so awesome. But now I finally crossed the state line. I'm officially in Colorado, where I plan to explore a bunch of hot springs and maybe some ghost towns. Who knows what I'll find out here. But one thing's for sure. If I'm gonna get Rocky Mountain High, well, I'd better stop off at one of Colorado's world famous dispensaries first. Okay, I don't know if this is a world famous dispensary in Colorado, but I happened to see it on the map. And gosh, how could I not stop at a place called the Doobie Sisters? Now, marijuana is legal in a bunch of different states now, so Colorado is not such a big deal as it once was. But it'll always hold a special place in my heart because the very first legal weed I ever bought was in Colorado back in 2016. So since I'm here anyway, and since there happens to be such an awesomely named pot shop right on the side of the highway, I figured I might as well go in and, well, get myself a treat. Okay, unfortunately, they never let you take photos or video in places like that, but I'll show you what I got. I just couldn't resist the name, Doobie Sisters. Whoa, whoa, listen to the music. I'll take the Doobie Sisters over the Doobie Brothers any day. Actually, I love the Doobie Brothers, fine band, and especially their Michael McDonald period. But the Doobie Brothers never had as cool of stickers as these. Look at that, it's an old hippie bus, Doobie Sisters. Then here's the actual Doobie Sisters. Looks just like me and my two sisters. And then here's the adventures of the Doobie Sisters and their best buds. Get it? Their best buds? Speaking of that, I almost forgot to actually buy any dope in there. I was so busy buying souvenirs. I got a shirt for me, I got a shirt for my sister, I got 2 of each sticker, one for me, one for her. And then, well, I did buy a little bit of dope. I got an ounce of Mob Boss Indica, which is the kind that supposedly helps you sleep. And it was $15 a gram. So I felt like that was a pretty reasonable price. Altogether, I just blew $71. Oh, it's a good thing the next place I'm going is free. I'm headed to check out a hot spring. It's not supposed to be that far from here. I think somebody once emailed me about this hot spring, and I don't remember who it was a while back. But anytime somebody emails me something that I think will be interesting to go check out, I put a little pin on my Google map. And so when I'm traveling, I can look at that section of Google Map and go, oh, what do I have pinned here? Well, here I am in fabulous Colorado, and I've got a bunch of stuff pinned, including this. Well, it's a possible hot spring. I feel like the person who told me about it wasn't even sure it was a hot spring. So I guess I'm gonna go find out. Okay. This is where the hot spring is supposed to be, if my intel is correct. A couple things here make me think that there might actually be a hot spring. There's a porta potty, and there's a no camping sign. So between those two things, this does seem like a place where people come hang out, and hippies might want to crash overnight, which is why they had to put up the no camping sign. And well, where do hippies want to come hang out and crash overnight? Hot springs. So let's just see. I already drove down here and I didn't see anything, but there was a dude parked in his car, and I didn't want to ruffle the feathers of any of the locals in case this is one of those hot springs that's like, very carefully protected by the locals. You know, some hot springs, they don't want any outsiders coming in. Like, I can think of a really good example just north of San Francisco, like that. Anyway, it's supposed to be right on the water's edge, right around here somewhere. Let's see if we see anything. Well, there's a big hose coming out of the river, but that's for the, I don't know, it says something about city water drafting, so I guess they suck it out of here to fight wildfires or something. Oh, look, somebody did build up a little tiny pool right here. Let's see if it's warm. Nope. Not warm at all. Look over there, there's a little rock tower somebody put in the middle of the river, but I can't imagine there's a hot spring over there. Golly. Let's see what's over here. This almost looks like it was a sort of a pool built up. But I can't imagine there's any hot water here because it's just a river. But then again, why would somebody build up rocks like this if it wasn't warm? Let's see. I should have just brought my thermometer, I guess. I'll do it the old-fashioned way. No, it's cool. I mean, it feels nice, actually, because it's kind of a hot, humid day. You know, it'd actually probably feel pretty good to just jump right in this river. But I don't know. I didn't drive all this way just to jump in a river. I can jump in a river anywhere. I'm looking for a hot spring. It does look like there's kind of a trail here. Maybe this leads somewhere. Gosh darn it, I don't see anything. This isn't going anywhere. And it's kind of sprinkling, which I guess doesn't matter because, well, if there was a hot spring, I would have got in it and got wet anyways. I might as well just get wet from the rain. Who told me there's a hot spring here? If you're watching this video and you recognize where I am, well, by gum, I have some stern words for you. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna... Well, this guy's parked on the beach down there. He's just sitting in his car, though, with his dog. I'm just gonna walk down there. I don't see a hot spring down there either, but... Well, like I said, I came all the way down here. I might as well be thorough. Maybe back in these bushes? Neither rain, nor sleet, nor thick of bush will keep me from making my appointed rounds to whatever hot springs I can find. Hopefully they don't have deer ticks out here. Gosh, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't see anything that looks like a hot spring anywhere on this river. The only thing I can think is that, gosh, I'm gonna have to look through my emails and find the message that I got from the person who told me there was possibly a hot spring here. Maybe he saw the little kind of pool buildup stones that I saw earlier. Maybe he saw that when he was looking on Google Earth and thought, well, that looks like a hot spring. Because I sort of do remember whoever told me about it kind of saying it was possibly a hot spring. And that's how I have it pinned on my map, as a possible hot spring. Not a sure bet. Try this way. Oh gosh, this is even more overgrown. I feel like I'm in a human car wash. Oh, there's some litter. Okay, that's a good sign. It's like a candy wrapper or something. God, wouldn't it be awesome if it did lead to a hot spring pool? Ooh, I feel like I've really earned a soak doing all this bushwhacking. I don't know. It looks like it just goes down to the water's edge again and there's nothing here. I mean, this is kind of warm, but really only in comparison to the river. And so I think that's just because this is kind of a stagnant little side pool. Huh, not really a hot spring. Well, gee whiz. I drove all the way from Death Valley to Colorado to find this hot spring, and it's not here. What a waste of gas. Just kidding. I didn't just come out here to find this hot spring. I came out here to find a whole bunch of hot springs. So even though this one turned out to be a bust, I'm sure I'll find plenty of others. Matter of fact, there's one not too far up the road here that I'll go, I guess, try to check out as a consolation prize. Okay, well, golly, I just Googled the name of the town I'm in and hot spring to see if anything came up. And I already did that before I left the house. Obviously, I'm not that dumb. But I thought, oh, let me check one more time. Maybe I just didn't somehow see it. No, the only hot spring in this area is this frankly amazing looking backcountry, high-class, 5-star, amazing hot spring resort that you have to snowmobile to in the winter. And oh my God, the cabins are like upwards of $1,500 a night. Because there's a gourmet restaurant on site and it's all inclusive, all the food and all the booze even is included. Unfortunately, I don't want to spend $1,500 for one night of soaking. That's not in my budget. My budget is more about finding a spot on a river at the side of a freeway to soak in. And I can't even do that. God dang it. Foiled again. Oh well, I guess that's the life of a hot spring hunter. Can't win them all. Oh well, I'm just going to turn to one of my favorite websites, freecampsites.net, and look for a place to camp sort of in this area so I can hit this other hot spring, which I'm pretty sure is a sure bet in the morning. All right, at least I found a free place to camp in a pretty decent forest with some cell signal. And at least I was able to find ranch water at the local supermarket. When I was in Moab, well, that's in Utah, and you have to go to a special state liquor store to buy alcohol. You can't buy it in a grocery store. You have to go to this special state store that's only open certain hours, certain days, and well, all they had was White Claw. So I had to slum it. And even though this isn't my preferred brand of ranch water, well, it sure beats White Claw. Anyway, it's back to the drawing board. I'm just gonna have to try this other hot spring in the morning and see if I have better luck. Okay, take 2. According to the hot spring book, there's another hot spring just up the highway. And if this book is to be believed, this one is a sure bet. Oh man, what is this? Stymied again. No trespassing, authorized personnel, restricted work zone. Wow, I'm beginning to think Colorado is a total bummer when it comes to hot springs. According to the hot spring guidebook, which apparently isn't all that up to date or reliable, there's not just 1, but 2 hot springs right on this river here. And this is actually the same river we were just on, oh gosh, I guess we're farther upstream. But yeah, there's supposed to be a really nice hot spring in an old jacuzzi tub encrusted with minerals on that side of the river. And then on this side of the river, there's supposed to be some kind of warm geyser that bubbles up and creates a pool. But I don't see anything. And what's more, I think both of the pools are supposed to be upriver somewhere. And I can't get there because the dang road is closed off with a locked gate. Colorado! I'm not feeling very Rocky Mountain High now. Even after even after I tried the stuff I got at the Doobie Sisters. Matter of fact, I'm feeling pretty Colorado Rocky Mountain low right about now. I mean, you can definitely tell there probably is a hot spring around here somewhere because they have the no parking, no camping sign and all these, no trespassing signs. So I guess in the defense of the people who edit the hot spring guidebooks, there probably used to be a cool hot spring here, and well, these are supposedly some kind of mining ponds, so I don't know, some mining operation took over and closed them off, and they paved paradise, put up a mining operation, and they didn't really pave it, they just closed it off. Ah! What a shame, too, because this was probably a beautiful soak. I mean, look at the view. These mountains are spectacular. Weather's not too promising. Okay, shocker, I'll be honest. It's not exactly morning. I got kind of a late start. And it's afternoon. And, well, here in Colorado, they get these crazy thunderstorms pretty much every afternoon. I don't know, man. I mean, you can't even walk around the pond to the other side because there's a sign over there that says, private property, no trespassing, danger, do not enter, authorized personnel only. Oh, look, even down here, there's some kind of weird channel. I wonder if that's hot water. And then there's a no trespassing sign there. Signs everywhere, signs blocking at the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that, can't you read the signs? Well, I sure can, and it's really bumming me out. All right, well, looks like if I want to get into some hot water here in Colorado, well, I'm either going to have to break the law, or I guess I know one other way that's for sure a sure bet. Oh, wait. Okay, now I feel like a real creepy stalker, hot spring hunter, but these 2 hippies just pulled over at the side of the road, and they're walking down that little path I was just on towards where it says no trespassing. And I think one of them, they're carrying towels, so it looks like they're going to go soak in the hot spring. And they're just blazing right past that no trespassing sign like it doesn't mean anything at all. Golly. Well, now I'm super tempted to go after them and go for a soak myself, but then I can't put it on video, I'd be showing myself trespassing on YouTube, and That doesn't seem very smart. I actually got busted for trespassing once. Because obviously, in a lot of my earlier videos especially, I just sort of thought, oh, these no trespassing signs, it's more of a general advisory than actual law. And wouldn't you know it, one day I got a phone call from a guy who was law enforcement at Lake Mead. And he was very nice. And he asked me, but I feel like he was kind of, forcing me to take down a couple of the videos I had shot at abandoned marinas at Lake Mead. Because you know how Lake Mead's all dried up, and a couple of the marinas have totally been closed, and so there's like old abandoned resorts and stuff. And well, I had a couple of videos that he basically made me take down, and I was happy to do it. I was just happy I wasn't getting fined for trespassing. Yes, sir, right away, sir, I'll take them down. Anyway, ever since then, I've been super conscientious about trespassing. I don't post anything on YouTube where I'm trespassing. Let's just say that. So, golly, even though I really want to go soak in this hot spring, if I did it, I wouldn't be able to put it in this video. I mean, oh man. This just doesn't seem right. How can this mining company own a beautiful, natural hot spring? Ugh. All right. I sat here and dithered for quite a while as to whether or not I should at least go soak in that hot spring. And I didn't have to say anything about it on YouTube. I could just go do it for the fun of it. But then I remembered, because I've actually been sitting here for a few minutes because there's cell signal here and I need to catch up on some email. I've been sitting here for probably about 20 minutes, and the sheriff did drive by a while ago. And he didn't say anything to me. He just turned around and left, but I wonder if he comes down here and patrols this periodically because of the hot spring. I don't know, man. Those two people that hiked down to it looked cool as cucumbers, like it was no big deal at all. But, gosh, I guess call me square. I'm just a little too risk averse to go, I know, coming from me, risk averse. I don't know, I just don't want to get arrested in Colorado or fined or whatever. I'm not from around here. I just got here. It would be a very inauspicious beginning to my trip. So as much as it cheeses me off, I guess I'm just going to go to that other place that I was talking about where I know I can get some hot water for sure. Oh man, I was just getting ready to pull off when another car rolled up and another hippie got out, and this guy's walking that way. Golly, am I the only law-abiding hippie in this entire friggin' state? Now I really feel like a loser. You know what I mean? Like, that's a Subaru Outback. That dude is for sure going to the hot spring. And then the people that hiked over there earlier, that's their car. And they hiked back into those trees somewhere. That must be where the hot pool is. Dang it, if only there was some way to get there that didn't have no trespassing signs, I would feel a little bit more comfortable about going over there, but... That's right. I've been reduced to taking a shower at the Cortez, Colorado Community Recreation Center. Seems like that's the only way I'm gonna get in any hot water here in this state. But I'm not giving up. I'm here for almost 3 weeks. I'll be traveling around this beautiful state for 3 full weeks. And I know, as God is my witness, that I will take a dip. Nay, I will take a skinny dip in a Colorado hot spring before it's over. And at least I'll have clean hair.